Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how I do my makeup on my beautiful hooded eyes. So let's get started. I'm just taking my hair out of the way. I use the Porefessional and the Becca primer together. I have a very oily skin, so if you have oily skin as well, this combination will definitely work for you. It keeps me matte for a long time. Take my time because I like to make sure that I have an even layer underneath my foundation. I just went ahead and I did my eyebrows off camera because I take some time and I didn't want this video to be so long. So I'm using the LA concealer to prime my eyebrows and just using this flat brush to distribute the concealer evenly on my lid. If you have hooded eyes, this will be, it works for me, and I'm not saying that I am a makeup artist, so don't get it twisted. I'm just saying this works for me. So I'm using the James Charles palette today, and I'm using a very small brush just to blend the transition color that I pointed earlier, just because I feel like it's very important to apply a transition color before using the shades that you're going to for your makeup look. I don't like using a big brush because I think it gets everywhere. I mean, us people with hooded eyes, we don't have enough room to work with, so whatever you have, that's it, so you have to use it wisely. So I feel like a small brush works. So I'm just using this kind of like a reddish color. I forget the name of the shade, but I'm gonna make sure this time I'm gonna make sure to list it down below because I never do. I'm using also a small brush, a little bigger than the other one, just because this one is going to help me create a crease. And I like to just take a look at how I look at myself in the mirror. First, I like to just look up, and then to blend a little bit more, I just look straight, because once I open my eyes, whatever shade I applied earlier is just going to disappear. That's what happens when you have hooded eyes. So I like to look straight. First, I like to look up, and then to blend it even more, I like to look straight. Us with hooded eyes understand what I'm saying. So just look up, create that crease, and look straight with your eyes open to make the shade pop. So now I'm just using this kind of like orangey shade to apply it kind of like on top of fake crease, just to make it look like it was a transition color as well. And now you fellas leave your girl with her friends, cause it's 11:30 and the club is jumping. The club is full of ballers and this fluffy brush is going to be used to darken up my eyes a little bit, and I don't like to darken my eyes too much because they're very, very small. I have hooded eyes, but I also have small eyes, so I don't like to darken my eyes too much because they're gonna look smaller. So I just use a little bit of a dark shade and I apply it outside of my eyes to darken the look a little bit, but it's just very, very light, as you guys can see, because it makes my eyes look smaller. So that's something else that, okay, every time I'm recording, there's always like Uber out there. Well, Ubers don't make noise, just a taxi. Anyway, so yeah, just be careful if you have hooded eyes and also small eyes. All right, so I'm just gonna take this LA concealer and a flat brush to apply the shimmery green that I'm using today from this palette, which is very, very, very beautiful. So I'm using this flat brush, like I said earlier, just to distribute the concealer better. And just be careful with this step because we don't have, like I said, we don't have a lot of room to work with. I like this palette so much because you don't have a lot of fallouts and you have to pack the color, so you know that it's gonna last long. I mean, actually it lasted all night. So And I'm just cleaning up my mess a little bit with the shades that I used earlier, just to make it look nice and neat. This step is up to you. I like to do it just to kind of like shape my eyes a little bit better, and it makes my eyes pop even more. And it also helps you if you're going to apply a liner, because you know automatically where the liner is gonna go, and that's what I'm doing right now. It took me some time because I don't remember the last time that I actually applied a liner, so bear there with me. And now you fellas leave your girl with her friends, cause it's 11:30 and the club is jumping. Ladies, leave your man at home. The club is full of ballers and their pockets full grown. And now you fellas leave your girl with her friends, cause it's 11:30 and the club is jumping. Ladies, leave your man at home. The club is full of ballers and their pockets full grown. And now you fellas leave your girl with her friends, cause it's 11:30 and the club. I went ahead and applied some lashes, as you can see, and I'm going to use my all-time favorite Estee Lauder foundation. I have no idea why I put it down, but as you can see, I used to use it a lot because it's almost gone. And I'm just using a brush to blend my foundation. I feel like, I don't know, I feel that with a beauty blender, you get to, like, your foundation gets blended better, but sometimes I just want to use a brush because it takes me less time. But if I have to choose for oily skin people like us, I would rather a beauty blender. But look at how cute this skin looks. Like, oh my goodness, this is just amazing. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte concealer, and I'm only using a little bit just because I'm using it to, I don't know, honestly, I don't really like to apply too much concealer. I feel like just a little bit is enough. If you're using it to highlight, just a little bit is good. If you use it to cover your eye bags, just a little bit is enough. This concealer is so good, but I feel that it's very not concentrated, but very thick. So I feel like just a little bit goes a long way. Like, look, I just applied a little bit and you can see that it's highlighting and it's also covering my eye bags. So I don't know why some people use too much. I don't know, I feel like it's extra work because you have to blend, and I'm making it easy, so a little bit, that's it. Okay, I'm not setting the concealer today with a translucent powder. I'm using the Sephora Micro Smooth powder, and I'm just patting a little bit of that powder on the areas where I applied the concealer. And the reason is because it's winter time, so I'm not as oily as I was, or as I usually am in the summertime. So to contour, I like to use the Fenty contour stick, and I'm using a brush and a beauty blender to blend, because I'll tell you something, and I always make this mistake. When I use those two primers, anything that I put on my face will set right away, but after I spray my face with a setting spray, it will go away, so it's not going to look as harsh as it looks right now. I just started doing this step recently, and it's just so good, you guys. If you guys are into contouring and snatching your face, I highly recommend a lasting matte pressed powder. So I think this is for like very dark skin tones, and for some reason, I don't know why I picked it up. It just looked very I don't know, it looked very cute, and I'm like, oh, I can just use it to contour. And I put it down, never used it, or used it a couple of times, and I've been contouring with this as well, and I use it to kind of like set my contour whenever I contour with the Fenty Beauty stick, and it's so freaking good, you guys. It snatches my face like no other. I'm just obsessed right now. I'm using the All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray, and I'm not a big fan of this spray. I don't know why. I think I purchased it because I watched videos on it, reviews, and people were giving it very good reviews, but I'm not a big fan. So I'm just using it to finish it, and I'm going back with my all-time setting spray. So I'm just using, as you guys saw earlier, the Fenty Beauty highlighter to apply it in my inner corners, on my eyebrow bone, and what is it called, eyebrow bone? Yes. Also a little bit, just a little bit on my nose, because this stuff is very, very pigmented, and I was going for a matte look, but that never happens, so I ended up applying highlighter everywhere. Look at how pigmented this stuff is, but it looks so cute on my skin, just so gorgeous. So for lipstick, you guys, I am obsessed. This is my all-time combo. It's a Kylie Jenner lipstick. I think this is Dulce K, and this is from the Bretman Rock and ColourPop collection that I like to apply on top of the Kylie Jenner lipstick, because the Kylie Jenner lipsticks, you guys, are so matte. They literally crack my lips, so I have to always apply a gloss on top. And this is the final look, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and you guys will see me in my next upload. Bye, guys.
And their pockets full grown. And now you fellas leave your girl with her friends, 'cause it's 11:30 and the club is jumping.